We are going to talk about 3 changes in the economy that could make the market very unstable. Everyone's favorite asset, Velo, which I've been talking about for a while, will be looked at along with what might happen to it in the future. We'll talk about both the possible drops and the possible soars to a new high. I might even be able to add an XRP chart as we get closer to the end. Without further ado, please calm down. Let's start a Bitcoin 68,713-hour session. It has gone down 0.36% in the last day as of right now. Ethereum is worth $2,466 right now. They are both up 0.31% to 99 cents as XRP right now, a normal 50 cents. That's right, we would love to see 1.18% of the 2319000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000do like Pokemon or Magic the Gathering for all of you TCG fans out there. A trade card game like Pokemon or Magic the Gathering for all of you TCG fans out there. Speed, this was put out by Chart Nerd. Velo is something we talk about a lot. Several people asked me to tell them to buy Velo for about 1 penny. We began to do a 3x explosion, which was absolutely stunning. A lot of people are interested. This question was asked to me a lot. Should you buy Velo right now? Okay, here you are. It was put out by Chart Nerd. We lost a 0.5 Fibonacci level on the chart, but the golden ratio at 0.618 still backs us up at just below 1. Penny, that would be a great deal. At this point, I told people that I still had money set aside. I'm keeping an eye on Bitcoin to see what happens. If Bitcoin goes above $74,000, I know it's time to leave. After that, I'll keep looking into the markets. As long as Bitcoin can't go above $74,000, prices may keep going down. Because of this, I am currently not involved, especially since the next president will be chosen tomorrow in the polls. Still, you can't go wrong. You can get Velo for just a cent today. We expect this stuff to go up 20 to 30 times over the long term. Do some DCA if you need to calm down and don't want to wait. You should buy some right away. If we lose, get more. Buy more if the price goes up. You can split the difference too. In that way, you can get the most interested in these things. Jake Clever went up to Andazzle and asked Andazzle, who will submit the next XRP ETF. You could ask Robbie Mignick. Jake asks, in case you forgot, Robbie used to work at Ripple. Robbie put out an XRP fair evaluation methodology that had information on how much XRP would be worth if it wasn't used or accepted. After that, he did the best case situation if we saw a use case and growth for it. Robbie is working for BlackRock right now. That's right. I made the weather report the other day. BlackRock will file the XRP ETF last. But what do you know? They'll be the first ones to get okay. That's what I believe. I have made 2 predictions. I get it. Based on my research, Ethereum then dropped out of the top 3. Pay close attention. I've been right about everything I've said so far. I put this piece out there. There are 3 events in the US economy that people in the Bitcoin market should be aware of. The market for cryptocurrencies will be affected by that. This is what it says. The first one. Of course, everyone knows that tomorrow is the big day. The US election. People, it's still hours away. Many hours away. After that, this tweet came in. It says, this week I expect a lot of volatility and a real firecracker. Tuesday, when the vote in the US election is over, will be very important. If there isn't a clear winner by the end of the day, it could be very bad for Bitcoin. Mark Cologne, an expert at Alphabet C, said that. The second one. First, claims of being unemployed. The US elections are not the only thing that shows how the job market is doing. The first claims for unemployment will be looked at by those who trade cryptocurrencies on Thursday, November 7th. This economic information helps us figure out how tight or loose the job market is in the United States. Even though the job market is getting weaker, the jobless rate is still low. Last week, the number of new applications for jobless insurance from people in the United States dropped from 228,000 to 216,000. It's been a week since October 25th since Jerome Powell spoke about the FOMC's decision on interest rates. Today is Thursday. The head of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, will talk after the FOMC releases the minutes from its most recent meeting. The Fed has 2 jobs to do: keeping the unemployment rate at 8% and the consumer price index CPI at 2% per year. As of now, experts think that the FOMC might cut rates again at its November meeting next Wednesday and Thursday. That would be a very positive thought. We've already talked about how we think rates will go down again in November. It's important to remember that when rates are lowered, the rates on your CDs, treasuries, and high-return savings will also go down. Look at that. You're getting 5% or just over 5% on your CDs, T-bills, and big yields. So a lot of people put their money into those because the 5% risk-free rate was great. That's what they think will happen most likely by 2% or 3%. At that point, 2% to 3% isn't much, is it? There is a big cut. Because of this, you will see that a lot of that money moves into riskier investments like cryptocurrency. People should remember that. We have a busy week coming up. November and the end of the year are both important times. A reliable bull says that our current lower times look pretty good. Bitcoin seems to be making a bottom here so that it can go up to an all-time high. A yellow line on my chart that we tap to show the picos. Bottom is an important repeat level. If you zoom out to the monthly level, it should be clear where it came from. Now let's take that move to its all-time high and catch some of the market's late bulls. Around $67,472 is where a yellow line is. It was tapped. We think there will be a move up to a new all-time high now that Bitcoin is around $74,000. The Project Pack stablecoin project is currently going on. They will be up and running in 2025, less than 2 months from now. This says that all of Japan's biggest banks have switched to Ripple, which works with fixed currency in the SWIFT network. Now, do you think Ripple got into the stablecoin game for a reason? That's what a lot of people want to happen. Because they will no longer use XRP, Ripple is only going into stablecoins. It is no longer useful to use XRP. That's not what they meant for it to do. They are now making a change that isn't true at all. For Ripple's institutional users, stablecoins will create a whole new way to do business. They talked to many banking customers and all of them said they weren't ready to switch to XRP, but they love being able to use blockchain or digital record technology. Every single person Ripple has ever talked to or had as a buyer was looking for a stablecoin alternative and didn't trust USDT. So I agree with them that the business moved to a stablecoin. In this way, Ripple is releasing stablecoins right now. It is possible for all of Japan's biggest banks to use Ripple. Remember that it works with XRP if it's on the XRP system. There is no doubt about that. This is Kamala Harris' Bitcoin chart, which shows how the price of Bitcoin is changing. That big red light can be seen down below. That's right. It's Trump who wins. We got $7 to $10 trillion more. She finally wins. Even so, there will be a bull run, but it will only be worth $4 to $7 trillion. Do you get it? But $7 trillion is still a great place to be. But that's just the high $4 to $7 trillion. We were just about to reach $2.5 trillion. You see, your favorite coin won't go from $20 to $50 as you think it will, which would only add $1.5 trillion to the market. All of these predictions are coming true. Putting the market value of Bitcoin somewhere between $7 and $10 trillion and $10 trillion. Do you remember the current bull run or the one that's coming up? You could say that this is the airport that comes before it. It looks like this will keep going until 2025. You should really be looking at summer Q3, Q2, 3. Is it possible that it will go on until Q4? It could. Now, for now, we can't say where it will go or how long it will last. The October candle Dark Defenders was put out. XRP went back up from where we had supported it. There are too many signs of weakness for the day. There is a daily trend that is going up. Both the monthly and weekly averages are still going down. Watch out for the support lines. The help ranges from 39 cents to 48 cents. We dropped below 40 cents, as I said. It's not good news. It's really scary to go through it. We don't want that to happen. Excuse me, we are made of the same stuff. It is what it is, even though I know it's not interesting. I'll let you know what happens. People, it's really simple. 0.65 cents, 75 cents, and 60 cents. We need to keep an eye on your 3 key XRP numbers. It really is going to break. When does the question come up? I want to be worth more than 75 cents by the end of the year. When I'm